All right, folks, we are ready to go. Speck lining up to take the draw with McCarthy and Dobbs up front. Hammond and Ducharme on defense. Dandurand's got the start. One back by Speck to Hammond. He hits McCarthy on the right wing. McCarthy in the line, or in the zone, drops a pass off to Speck. Speck gets a shot on net, saved by the goaltender. Speck moves out front. This is McCarthy, lifts it up. Ooh, and the goalie collects it in the trapper, holds it for a face-off with 13:42 left in the first. Two shots here early by the Ice Hawks in this surprisingly quiet arena. All right, now lining up to take the draw. Domzalski with Zhang and Lavoie up front. One back. That's Lavoie. He collects it, circles, sends it into the Orchard Lake side. They try to clear, kept in by Ancona. They try again. That got out. Ancona, ooh. It's in the Orchard Lake's feet now. They're starting to rush through the neutral zone. Into the Ice Hawk zone. Wind up. Going wide on Aldegary's side. The stick got on that, and the puck went high and collected by Dandurand in the trapper. And held. 13:21 left in the first. This face-off will be deep in the Ice Hawks zone. Domzalski. This is to Dandurand's right. One back by the Ice Hawks. That's Aldegary. Played it behind the net to Domzalski. Off the boards to Lavoie. Kept in. That got past Lavoie. Kept in by the defender. This is Ancona pushing it forward, but not out. Zhang gets a stick on it. He gets it out. Now Zhang on the left wing goes cross ice. Bounces off the boards. Domzalski. Ooh, just couldn't get there in time. Lavoie pokes it in, and it's now poked out of play with 13:01 left in the first. Couple of shots early there. Speck and McCarthy both got a couple on net right off the get-go. This is Ginsty lining up to take the draw. That's one by the Orchard Lake side. They play it off the boards. Ducharme collects it at the Ice Hawks blue line, plays it off the boards to Hammond. Now Hammond sends it through the middle to Ginsty. Ginsty in the neutral zone. Skates it into the Orchard Lake side. They collect the puck and send it back out. Ducharme in the neutral zone goes cross ice to Hammond. Hammond now down the left side. Skating into the Orchard Lake side. Circling. Sends it out front. Oh, and redirected toward the net by Ginsty. Goalie came up with a save. Here come the Orchard Lake side. Delamore on the back check. They're past him. Hammond on the back check. Slows his man down. Delamore comes to support. The Orchard Lake man goes down. Puck's over on the sideboard. Collected by Ginsty. He's going to skate it behind Dandurand, send it over to Ducharme in the corner. And Ducharme now plays it off the boards towards Van Ittersum. Out. It's in the neutral zone. Ducharme's going to collect it. Oh, he went down. Poked it into the Orchard Lake side. Oh, now he has it again. Down low on his wrong side. He's going to circle down behind the goal line. Plays it back to Ancona at the point. Ancona's looking. Sends it towards the net. Ooh, that hit a stick in front. And is steered off to the side. Here comes Orchard Lake. It's a 3-on-1. Just Ancona back. They play it to their man out front. Oh, and then he tried to pass back. That hit Ancona in the leg. And no shot. Ancona sent it up to the point. Kept in by the defender. He plays it back down into the corner. Orchard Lake's there. Speck comes in, lays his man out. Puck comes free, and this is Ducharme. That's a clearing pass. Delamore collects it, sends it further in up ice. But here come the Orchard Lake side in the neutral zone. Shot from just inside the line. Steered aside by Dandurand. Collected by the Orchard Lake forward in the corner. He plays it around to no one. Ancona picks up in the corner and plays it up to Dobbs on the left wing. Dobbs goes cross ice to McCarthy. McCarthy, one man to beat. He's going wide. Leaves it for Aldegary. Aldegary sent up against the board. Puck comes free. Speck sends it around the dasher to McCarthy behind the net. McCarthy looking. He plays it back down behind the net. Speck's there. He under pressure. Ooh, he finds a bit of space. Plays it around the dasher towards Ancona. McCarthy comes out to help, but the Orchard Lake side is going to come away with it into the neutral zone. They send it off the backboards. That bounces into the corner. Aldegary will collect it there. Orchard Lake on a change. Aldegary's got time. Plays it back around the dasher to Dobbs. Dobbs goes cross ice to McCarthy. McCarthy and Speck. McCarthy over the line. Leaves it for Speck. Speck sends it towards the net. But that's steered into the corner by the Orchard Lake defender. They rim it around the dasher. Zhang sends it deeper in. Orchard Lake back up against the sideboard. Zhang comes away with it. Has it at McCarthy. He doesn't have a lot of room. He sends it out front. There was no one there. Orchard Lake lifts it high. That's going to be behind Ancona. Icing indicated and charged with 10:07 left in the first. This face-off will be brought all the way back into the Orchard Lake zone to their goaltender's right. Again, a couple of shots early on the first shift are the only real scoring chances here to speak of. Domzowski lining up to take the draw. That's one back by the Ice Hawks. Zhang to Ducharme. Ducharme put it wide of the net. Orchard Lake trying to come out. They're into the neutral zone. Zhang on the back check, keeping his man wide. He gets a stick on it, slows them down. They send a shot towards the net, but that hit a leg and was redirected wide. Ducharme in a battle behind the net with an Orchard Lake forward. Hammond comes in. Puck comes free, and Domzowski has it. Ooh, he played it out, kept in at the line by the Orchard Lake defender. Zhang goes cross ice, looking to make a pass, not able to. Orchard Lake collects it, plays it all the way back in their zone, and starts to assemble a front there. They redirect deep into the Ice Hawk zone. That's going to go the length of the ice. Hammond will pick it up behind Dan Duran and start from there. Hammond. Ooh, that pass just beyond Zhang's reach. Comes out of the zone and is returned back in by the Orchard Lake forward. Hammond plays it over to Lavoie. Ooh, it gets by the defender. It's in the Orchard Lake side. Kept in by Hammond. Played, it's up against the sideboard. A battle develops here. Hammond, Domzowski. That puck is still in play, but now here come the Orchard Lake side. They play it through the middle. Ducharme's on his man. Orchard Lake play it into the Ice Hawk zone. Delamora goes back. He's in a battle there. Orchard Lake comes away with it. They circle in the corner. They're looking to set something up. They play it behind Dan Duran. Now they play it out front. Ooh, Ducharme got a stick on the man, upset him, and the puck comes free. Here's Delamora. Delamora looking for Ginsty. No, he's skating cross ice. Now he hits Ginsty. No, that was just beyond the reach of Ginsty. It's going to bounce off the boards down behind the net. Ginsty in on the forecheck. That puck booted into the corner, and here comes Orchard Lake. Through the middle, intercepted by Delamora. He plays it off the boards into the Orchard Lake side and goes for a change. Orchard Lake off the sideboards into the neutral zone. They go cross ice. Too many men, really, but no call. Orchard Lake played into the Ice Hawk side. Try a couple attempts at clearing. Here it is. Ancona sends it cross ice to an open side and clears the zone. McCarthy and Ginsty on the forecheck. Orchard Lake send it back into the Ice Hawk zone. Aldegary sends it up to McCarthy. McCarthy on the left wing. He's got Ginsty and Van Itterson with him. McCarthy lays it towards the center. That hit a stick before it got to his man, and Orchard Lake sends it the length of the ice. This will come back on an icing charge with 7:41 left in the first. Game tied at 0. Not a whole lot of shots or scoring chances to speak of. Except for those two right in the first shift, which I keep speaking about. Here we go. Speck lined up at the draw with Dobbs and McCarthy. Hammond and Ducharme on defense. One back to Dobbs, top of the circle. Ooh, that hit a leg on the way in. Is it loose? No. The Orchard Lake goaltender pounces on the open puck and controls the puck here for a face-off with 7:37 left in the first. As we hear the strains of Ozzy Osbourne in the background. Speck lining up to take the draw. That's won by the Orchard Lake side. Here they come. They're coming in on Ducharme. They're trying to go wide. He doesn't let them. He slows their man down, and Dobbs collects the puck. Unable to clear. Now here's McCarthy. Out goes Speck. It's McCarthy and Speck. McCarthy lays it down in front. Speck is hooked. No call in the corner. Speck returns it back to Hammond, who sends it deeper into the Orchard Lake side. That bounces off the boards behind the goaltender. And now here come Orchard Lake down the left wing. They play it long. That's going to be called back on an icing charge with 7:06 left in the first. McCarthy tried to lay one in for Speck, but Speck was hassled the whole way down and couldn't get a stick on it. Now we've got a personnel change. Domzowski, Zhang, and Lavoie up front. Aldegary and Ancona on defense. Domzowski lining up to take the draw. One back to Ancona. He sends it towards it. Ooh, that hit a leg. Now it's up against the boards. Kept in by Domzowski. Ooh, now cleared by the Orchard Lake side. Ancona plays it back to Aldegary at the Ice Hawks blue line. Aldegary indirectly got a pass to Domzowski, who's on the left side. Into the Orchard Lake side, circling, lays it out in front. Ooh, controlled by the Orchard Lake goaltender and held at 6:42 left in the first. This face-off will be to the Orchard Lake goalie's right side, left on your screen. Domzowski lining up to take the draw. One back, Comes to Aldegary. Now this is Zhang. Ooh, Zhang's got a bit of room. He's got a hard shot. Ooh, right in the goalie's chest and controlled there. 6:33 left in the first. Ice Hawks are getting shots, but there's nothing too tasty here to certainly count on the board. That face-off again won by Domzalski. Aldegary sends it towards the net, but that hit a leg and is redirected into the corner. Lavoie collects it, sends it back. Zhang now finishes the job. Ooh, he got it to Aldegary, but he had a miscue, and here comes Orchard Lake. They're going wide on Ancona. They're by Ancona from an acute angle. That shot, ooh, Danduran got a glove on it and steers it into the corner. Ooh, that play by Zhang didn't... ooh, another shot by Orchard Lake, and a couple of miscues down low. Not getting all of the puck, and generated a couple of scoring chances here for the Orchard Lake side. I'd say their first of the period. 6:04 left in the period. Game tied at 0. This face-off is deep in the Ice Hawks zone to Danduran's right. That's Ginsty. He wins it to Ducharme. Ducharme plays it up to Van Intersum. That got by Van Intersum, kept in at the line by the Orchard Lake defender. He reined one in on Danduran, who collected the puck and held it for a face-off. 5:55 left in the first. Game knotted at 0. Ginsty lining up. Face-off just right of Danduran. Won again by the Ice Hawks. But a couple of miscues afforded the Orchard Lake side a shot, and they beat Danduran on the short side. Yeah, off of that face-off win, all of a sudden the puck was teed up. All right, Ginsty lining up at the center face-off circle. 5:47 left in the first, and Orchard Lake strikes first. They play it out of the zone. This is Aldegary at the Ice Hawks blue line. He lifts it high. Hit a glove into the neutral zone. Orchard Lake plays it into the Ice Hawks zone. Ancona off the sideboards, clears the zone, and Orchard Lake at their own blue line starts to play it back. Off the boards, Ancona comes away with it. He plays it back to Aldegary. Into the neutral zone. Orchard Lake grabs it there and enters the Ice Hawks zone. Oop, from the top of the circle, shot on net. Steered into the corner by Danduran. Ginsty picks it up there. He's met by an Orchard Lake forward behind the net. They come away with the puck. Out in the corner, now out in front. That hit a stick and wasn't sent back towards the net. From the point, though, Orchard Lake sends it down low. Aldegary slows his man up, comes away with the puck, plays it towards Ginsty. It's in his feet. Ginsty has it now. He's going to skate it behind Danduran, and he's got a bit of room there. He's looking for Delamora. Kind of hits him. Delamora, ooh, couldn't make that pass. Now there's a bit of room. This is Van Intersum who's going to collect it. Ooh, doesn't have a lot of room there. He's slowed down with a bump up against the boards. Puck is down low. This is Ginsty circling in the corner. Ooh, from an acute angle, he hit the side of the net. Played back to Ancona, top of the circle, towards the net. Ooh, juicy rebound. No one there. Here come Orchard Lake. They're on Aldegary's side. They're going wide. They leave it. Delamora comes away with the puck. He's hauled down. Arm is lifted, and there's going to be a tripping call against the Orchard Lake side with 4:19 left in the first. Ice Hawks will go on a power play. Down 1-0.
What happened on that? So a little bit of, I think it was a soft clearing pass. Got to the hash marks, not controlled. Orchard Lake winger put it forward, and all right, Speck wins that draw, back to Hammond. Ham circles, goes cross ice to Ducharme. Cross ice to Speck. Speck goes long to Dobbs. Dobbs at the red line now skates into the Orchard Lake side. He rims it around the boards. McCarthy be the first one on the job. He's going to collect it in the corner. Sends it back to Hammond. Hammond cross to Ducharme. Ducharme's got a bit of space. He moves towards the center, sends it towards the net. Ooh, it's loose. For a moment, no, it's still loose. Dobbs is there, and play is blown dead. Goalie has it. Ooh, Dobbs and Speck were in there digging, but could not poke it past the Orchard Lake goaltender, and with 3:45 left in the first, and Ice Hawks on a power play. This face-off is set up here to the Orchard Lake goaltender's left. Speck lining up to take the draw. He wins it over to McCarthy. McCarthy tied up.
Speck now comes into sport. Puck comes free. Oh, and a desperate move, but that puck is poked beyond Ducharme into the neutral zone. Ducharme sent it over to Hammond, who redirected it forward. Dobbs now in the corner, plays it back to Hammond. Lifted out of the zone by the Orchard Lake side. Ducharme collects it at the red line and goes cross to Speck. 1 minute left in this IceHawks power play. Speck cross ice to McCarthy. McCarthy spins and skates it into the Orchard Lake side. He's slowed up at the hash mark. Speck comes in for support. Plays it around the boards. It got past McCarthy to the Orchard Lake defender. He plays it back to Speck. Speck looking to come out front. Prevented from doing so. He circles. Top of the circle now. Moving inboard. Takes a shot. Oh, and rings it in off the post. Speck with a nice shot right off of the post with 38 seconds left in that power play. Scores a power play goal and levels things up with 2:57 left in the first. 1-1 here at the in the autumn of the first period. That was Speck. I'm not sure if there's an assist on that somewhere, but it may have been McCarthy and Hammond. It was played from that side of the ice at any rate. But Speck circled, found a bit of room, carved a path, and popped it in off the post. So whilst I was talking about Speck's goal, IceHawks played it forward. We're up against the Orchard Lake side, and there was an interference call assessed to the Orchard Lake side. So with 2:49 left in the first, IceHawks again will go on a power play after just scoring on a power play a few moments ago. Domzowski lining up to take the draw. He wins it back to Ancona. Ancona goes cross ice to Aldegary. At the red line, this is Aldegary. Plays it back across to Ancona.
Oh, come on.
Ancona at the red line. Back to Aldegary at the blue line. He's got Lavoie. Lavoie's got a bit of room to skate. He's into the Orchard Lake side. He's going down low, circling, lays it out front, comes back to Aldegary, not cleanly. Aldegary crossed to Ancona at the line, sends it towards the net, off the boards behind the goaltender. Lavoie collects it there. Doesn't have a lot of time, but he spins off a check. Ooh, now he's embattled. In comes Zhang. Zhang circles back behind the goal line, looking. He's going to skate it behind the goaltender. Ooh, his pass to Ancona hit a stick, and here comes Orchard Lake. They poke it past Ancona as soon as they got over the line. The icing waved off. Aldegary collects it behind the net and is starting a rush down the left side. This is Aldegary. Now played down. That's going to be on icing chart. It's going to come back. No, icing waved off. Orchard Lake, ooh, miscue, puck's loose. Now cleared to safety by the Orchard Lake defender, collected by Delamora. He plays it behind the net. Orchard Lake will get there first. They go back behind that, hit Delamora again. Orchard Lake along the side, rushed by Ginsty. Not able to clear just yet. They're playing it back. Now they go, and a nice hard shot clears the zone. They got a man down low, somehow. He collects it at the IceHawks blue line, circles in the neutral zone, and skates it in. This is Delamora who picks up the loose puck after that man was slowed up. Ooh, down. That man was left open for some reason. And he got a shot on net. Might have hit Danderain in the mask, but Delamora goes cross to Ginsty. That pass got past him. Off the boards, collected by Hammond. Poked off of his stick. Here come Orchard Lake. They go wide on Hammond. He hooks his man down, and as the Orchard Lake face-off expires, the IceHawks are going to go on we'll have a penalty to kill here with 47 seconds left in the first. Game tied at 1. This face-off will be deep in the IceHawks zone. Speck lining up to take the draw. This is Aldegary. Ooh. His clearing pass didn't get very far. Speck collects it, though. Ooh, that hit a skate collected by the Orchard Lake side, still in the zone. They play it now behind Dandurand. Into the corner. Ancona got a skate on it, thankfully. He outlets to Speck. Speck has a bit of room, and he's got McCarthy. Hits McCarthy in the neutral zone. McCarthy going wide. Speck's there. Ooh, McCarthy laid it out front, but that was just beyond Speck's reach. McCarthy runs into a man. Puck comes free, down low. Orchard Lake plays it up the boards. Aldegary keeps it in. That's rimmed around the boards, into the corner. McCarthy goes to put the chase on. It's played up towards the line. That hit McCarthy's skate, but Orchard Lake, on a second attempt, clears the zone, but that's going to come back on an icing charge with a 1.94. You heard correctly. 1.94 seconds left in the first period. Time just to drop the puck. So after one, we will be at a tie game, 1-1. Goal by Speck late in the period. Power play goal to level things up after Orchard Lake scored early in the period. Speck lining up. Danneran's left the net. Speck's going to line it up and try to bring it back to Domzalski for a one-timer. And it didn't work out the way we wanted. So, after one, game's tied at 1. Reminder, earlier, just a few weeks ago, these two teams played to a 2-2 tie in the Silver Sticks tournament, which Orchard Lake went on to win, just by the way. And earlier in the year, in league play, one of the first games of the year, the IceHawks, I believe, came away with a 2-1 win over Orchard Lake. So these teams are pretty evenly matched, and after one, we have evidence of that fact. 1-1 after one. All right, here we are. Domzalski lines up to take the draw. That's won by Orchard Lake. Minute 10 left in the IceHawks penalty to Hammond. Orchard Lake have it at the red line, and they skate it now into the IceHawks zone. Played off the boards, collected by Ducharme back behind Danderan. He's attacked by two Orchard Lake defenders. Ooh, a player goes down, but there's no call. Gets it out to Dobbs. Dobbs pokes it beyond the defender at the point, and was speedy Domzalski collects it. Domzalski at the dot. Hard shot beats the goaltender on the long side, just below the blocker. Domzalski with a short-handed goal from the face-off circle. A burst of speed, a hell of a shot, and just what the doctor ordered. 13:31 left in the second. Domzalski puts the IceHawks up by 1. We still have 44 seconds on the penalty to our number 44, Ben Hammond. But with plays like that, I wouldn't mind being shorthanded all day long. Lined up to take the draw. That's won by the Orchard Lake side. At their blue line, they go cross ice. And now again cross ice. Now they go long into the neutral zone. They're coming in on Dobbs. They stop, move towards the center, high slot, leave it for their point man. Goes cross to the other point man. That shot about 8 feet wide. No, 3 feet wide. Off the boards behind Danderan, and Domzalski clears the puck into the neutral zone. 20 seconds left in Hammond's penalty. Orchard Lake plays it off the boards. Aldegary gets a pass up to Dobbs, who clears the zone. Orchard Lake have it at their blue line. 11 seconds in the penalty. Orchard Lake plays it back in. Ooh, that's not cleared. Now it is. Ducharme pokes it forward. Hammond's penalty is done. Oh, the IceHawk player is not in the play yet. It's played deep into the IceHawk zone. That's around the corner. Ducharme bumps his man. The puck is in their feet at about the half boards. Domzalski's there. Looks like Orchard Lake comes away with it. They play it through the middle, but there was no one there. Dobbs collects it and sends it long to Van Edersum. That bounced just before his stick, and is going to go the length of the ice. Icing waved off. Collected by the Orchard Lake defender. He stops and reverses behind his goaltender. Now that pass through the middle, hits his man at the red line, and here they come. One man in on Delamora, makes it 3. He hassles his man, and the puck is still in, now kept in a little bit deeper. This is Ducharme, plays it off the boards. Orchard Lake is going to collect it at their own blue line. Ooh, that pass not handled cleanly, and it goes all the way back to the boards behind their goaltender. Sent up along the board, that came out. Just by a couple inches, that puck came out, and then it was sent back in by the IceHawks offside. 11:48 left in the second. IceHawks up 2-1. Goals by Speck, power play. Goal by Domzalski, shorthanded. And then a goal early in the period to start things off, early in the first, to start things off by Orchard Lake. Tells the story. That's Van Edersum. He dishes to Ginsty. Ginsty tried to make it around the defender, couldn't. Comes back to the point. Ancona sends it in, hits a defender. Ooh, Delamora collected it, tried to send it out front. It's down low. Van Edersum pokes it forward, but the Orchard Lake sends it back to the line. Aldegary sends it back in. Orchard Lake rims it around the boards. Ancona has it at the boards. Ooh, he's bumped. He goes down. Orchard Lake comes away with it. It's a one-on-one. He's coming in on Aldegary. He's going wide on Aldegary. Aldegary gets a stick on it and comes away with the puck. Oh, he couldn't clear the zone. Now it's cleared with Ginsty's help. And poked forward. Speck puts the chase on. Icing not indicated. Orchard Lake makes it to the puck first. Sent around the boards. Ice Hawks on a change. McCarthy slows his man down, but here comes Orchard Lake through the neutral zone. Coming in on Ancona. Hammond's back with Ancona. They go wide on Ancona. Laid out in front. Hammond collects the puck, sends it out to Dobbs. He's slowed up by the Orchard Lake man. McCarthy picks up the loose puck. Sends it to Dobbs, but the Orchard Lake man got there just before it reached Dobbs and interrupted the play. Cleared into the neutral zone by Orchard Lake. Now they're heading towards the Ice Hawk zone. They're down low. Ancona's there. Puck is free. Ancona takes a bump. Speck comes in to support. Ancona comes away with the puck. Sends it through the neutral zone. There was no one there to receive the pass. That'll come back on an icing charge with 10:14 left in the second. Ice Hawks up 2-1. Goals by Speck and Domzalski. All special teams.
Was Orchard Lake goal special teams?
The Orchard Lake goal was even strength. Just the Ice Hawks goals have been special teams. Thanks. Our executive producer, Steve Ducharme, correcting me. All right, Orchard Lake wins that draw on Speck. They play it back, try to play it back to their point, but it's been sent down low. That's played around behind Dandran. Hammond's there in the corner, hassled by an Orchard Lake forward. Puck comes free. Speck sends it around the boards, but doesn't get past the point man. He plays it down to his man down low. That got past the winger. Speck collects it, sends it behind Dandurand. Ducharme goes in on the chase, but there's an Orchard Lake man there. Puck comes free. They send it back to their point man. McCarthy rushes him, gets a stick on it. Puck comes out. It's in the neutral zone. McCarthy's in a battle. Ducharme comes to support and comes away with it. Ducharme. He tried to lay it out front. There was no one there. Orchard Lake collects it, sends it off the sideboard to clear the zone. Speck's going to pick it up in the neutral zone, and at his own blue line goes cross ice to Hammond. Hammond cross to Ducharme, up to McCarthy. McCarthy sends it into the Orchard Lake side. Around the dasher, in goes Speck. He gets there first, but he doesn't have a lot of time. Pokes it back. This is Zhang. Zhang to Hammond. Hammond towards the net. Redirected wide. Speck picks the puck up behind the Orchard Lake side. Plays it back there to Zhang. Off the boards to Hammond. Sent towards the net. Wide. Off the boards behind the goaltender and into the corner. Lavoie lays a check on his man, and that puck is cleared of the zone and sent down the ice by the Orchard Lake side. And with 8:50, this will come back all the way to the Orchard Lake side on an icing charge. Ginsty lining up to take the draw. Lavoie and Zhang with him up front. That's won by Orchard Lake. And here they come down the left side. They lay a pass into the Ice Hawk zone. They stop on the boards, pick it up at the dot, laid it out in front. Zhang hassled his man. Puck came free. Aldegheri collected it, sends it through the neutral zone to Zhang. Poked forward, but Orchard Lake comes away with it. They go across to the right side. Not handled cleanly. Zhang grabs the puck and sends it into the Orchard Lake side. That rims around the dasher. Played up towards the line by Orchard Lake, and here they come. In on Ancona's side. Aldegheri back. They are not able to get by Ancona. Ancona's pressed up against the boards. Puck comes free down low. Ancona's sent to the ice. Ginsty's there for support, but the puck's under that mess of people. Ginsty comes away with it momentarily. Now Orchard Lake, now Ginsty again, and he's able to get it out of the zone, but Orchard Lake collects it in the neutral zone. Play it back in, now Ancona has it. Off the sideboards to Lavoie. Lavoie has a bit of room to skate. Oh, he's not able to enter the zone, though. Ginsty picks up the loose puck, plays it back to Ancona, who plays it all the way back to Aldegheri. Aldegheri back to Ancona. Gets all the way back to Aldegheri, who now rims it around the boards. That may get out. No, it's going to be kept in at the line by the Orchard Lake defender. Ice Hawks having trouble clearing the zone. Aldegheri hits his man. Puck comes free and is booted out of the zone, but still in Orchard Lake's control. They circle at their own blue line and start going down the left wing. Move towards the center, high slot. He was looking to take a shot, but I don't think the puck sat for him. Back, left it for his point man. He goes cross to the other point man, who sends it into the corner. That's going to slide around behind Dandurand. Aldegheri will pick it up there. Ooh, it comes out in front to Dandurand, who jumps on the puck, holds it for a face-off with 6:54 left in the second. Ice Hawks up 2-1, but
unable to clear the zone there and sets their own zone there and set something up. They allowed the Orchard Lake side to threaten a tie. This is Domzalski taking the draw. Won by Orchard Lake, played back to the point. Sent in on Danduran. That was a bouncing puck. Looks like it might have tricked Danduran, but he made the save, and puck's up against the board. Still unable to clear the Ice Hawks, the Orchard Lake. Ooh, Hammond lays his man out. Puck comes free. Domzalski collects it, plays it off the sideboard to Van Ittersum. He's unable to clear. Controlled by Orchard Lake. They go cross ice, circle at the line. Ooh, a move. He's got some room. Top of the circle. Hard shot. That hit Hammond's leg. Puck comes free and is poked towards the net and controlled by Danduran with 6:20 left in the second. Ice Hawks not able to clear their zone and allowing scoring chances here to form, if not really be exploited by the Orchard Lake side. This is Speck taking the draw down in the Ice Hawk zone to Danduran's left. That's played across. That got past the wingers. McCarthy collects it on the sideboard and gets out of the zone. Just though. Orchard Lake comes back. Ooh, that puck poked off the Ducharme stick. Hammond's there. Speck collects it. Goes cross to Ducharme about face-off circle high, and Ducharme lays a bouncing pass towards the neutral zone that got past the Ice Hawks, and now the Orchard Lake have it at their blue line. That pass, not handled cleanly by the Orchard Lake side, goes the length of the ice. Icing waved off. Hammond collects it behind Danduran. Has a bit of room to skate. That pass behind McCarthy, but it hit McCarthy's stick and slides down the ice. Ducharme heads towards the front of the net. McCarthy's there. He collects it behind the net, skates behind the net, sends it out front. Oh, it hit Dobbs, but I don't know that he saw that pass. It kind of hit him and slid there, and the goalie pounced on the puck there sitting in front of him and held it for a face-off. 5:33 left in the second period. Ice Hawks up 2-1. Goals by Speck and Domzalski. McCarthy taking this draw down on the Orchard Lake side. He wins it back but that split the defense. Aldegheri collects it and sends it back into the Orchard Lake side. Orchard Lake have it at their goal line. Ooh, a miscue there. It's going to allow Dobbs to... No, we're not able to get to the puck in time. Orchard Lake have it at the blue line. Aldegheri hits his man, but they clear the zone, and they send it all the way into the Ice Hawks zone. Danduran makes the save, leaves it for Speck, who starts a rush down the left wing. He gets to the Orchard Lake side, where they collect the puck and send it back into the Ice Hawks zone. Aldegheri sends it up the ice to McCarthy, who pokes it forward to Speck. Got past him. McCarthy collects it in the neutral zone and is forced to retreat. He sends it cross ice to Ancona. Ancona under pressure finds a little bit of space to get it to Aldegheri. Aldegheri hits McCarthy. McCarthy now, and got a speedy Zhang going forward. McCarthy laid it towards the front of the net, but it was beyond Zhang's reach, and the goaltender controlled the puck there with 4:36 left in the second. Not really a scoring chance, I'd say, but the Ice Hawks threatening a scoring chance, if you will. It's probably shaving things too thin here. All right, this is Ginsty down, taking the draw down on the Orchard Lake side. He plays it forward. Lavoie goes after it. Embattled. He pokes it to the corner where Ginsty collects it. Ooh, the Orchard Lake side comes away with it. They under pressure, though. They're able to get it out of the zone, but Hammond collects it in the neutral zone and now sends it towards the net, off the boards behind the goaltender. And Lavoie slows his man down. Ooh, there's a... Hammond is down. I didn't see what happened, but it seems like it was behind the play. 4:13 left in the second. Ginsty lining up to take the draw. This face-off just outside the Ice Hawks zone. He's got Zhang and Lavoie up front, Aldegheri and Ancona on defense. That's controlled by the Orchard Lake side, and they send it into the Ice Hawks zone. Aldegheri sends it forward to Zhang. Zhang skates down the right side. He goes wide, stops at the hash marks, drops it back behind him. Ginsty and battled with an Orchard Lakeside. Orchard Lake comes away with it. They played over to the center. Lavoie makes a move, sends it down low to Ginsty. Oh, backhand rebound. Oh, it's loose in the goal crease and cleared by the Orchard Lakeside. Comes back to Aldegary. He sends it towards the net. That hit a shin. Aldegary collects it again at an acute angle. Goes high. And the goalie made a save up high on the shoulder. And with 3:38 and a barrage of shots here, the Ice Hawks threatening to score but not able to come away with anything to put up on the board. This face-off will be deep in the Orchard Lake zone. Domzalski will take the draw with Dobbs and Van Ittersum up front. And oh, there's Hammond. Hammond's back on the ice, and Hammond and Ducharme on defense. Looks like there may be a penalty called against the Orchard Lake side. I didn't see the call, but 2 minutes are on the board. And so the Ice Hawks are on a power play. Earlier they scored on a power play. That was Speck's goal. Domzalski lining up to take the draw. He wins it to Dobbs. Dobbs plays it in the corner. Fends off the Orchard Lake defender to make some space. Ooh, he tried to get it back to Hammond. Hammond got a skate on it. Dobbs collects it. Now Dobbs goes across to Ducharme. Ooh, that's poked off a Ducharme's stick. Here come Orchard Lake. Ducharme's going to get back in time, but they're 2-on-2. Ooh, they circle. Top of the circle. Now they send it towards the net wide. That's going to bounce in the corner, and Hammond will collect it and look to make a play. He bumps an Orchard Lake man. Puck comes free. Orchard Lake comes away with it. They're behind. In on Ducharme. They make a move and a short-handed goal. And Orchard Lake returns the short-handed favor and level things up here with 3:04 left in the second. Couple of miscues there brought the puck into our zone, and Orchard Lake make the Ice Hawks pay. Tying things up here on a shorthanded goal. Like I said, Domzalski put us up on a shorthanded goal, so I guess turnaround's fair play and all that. Domzalski lining up to take the draw with Dobbs and Van Ittersum up front. 3:04 left in the second. Game tied at 2. Controlled by the Orchard Lake side. They play it into the Ice Hawk zone. Aldegary plays it into the neutral zone, but there was no one there. Orchard Lake now collect it and send it into the Ice Hawk zone. Ancona collects it. Skates behind Danderan, but he's rushed. He plays it back behind the net to Aldegary. Aldegary's got some room. Orchard Lake still on a penalty. Aldegary raises a pass up to Dobbs, who collects it with his boot at the red line and skates it into the Orchard Lake side. He slows up, leaves it for Domzalski. There's not a lot of room. Domzalski sends it towards the net. Van Ittersum is tied up with a man, and puck comes into the corner. Domzalski gets there. He goes down behind the Orchard Lake goaltender. He doesn't have a whole lot of room. He played it off to Aldegary at the point, but that was soft. Aldegary gets it down low. Plays it out in front to Dobbs. That was collected by the Orchard Lake side. They clear it out. The zone. Ancona collects it and then gets it to Domzalski, who sends it back into the Orchard Lake side. They raise a clearing pass out, and Aldegary now has it in the Ice Hawk zone. Ice Hawks on a change, a very slow change. Aldegary skates it in, high slot, hard shot, collected by the goalie and the trapper and held for a draw. Minute 55 left in the second. Game tied at 2. Although that's not what the scoreboard says, but game tied at 2. Minute 55 left in the second. 11 seconds in this Ice Hawks power play. So far, not generating a whole lot of offense. Speck controls, goes down low to McCarthy. One-timer just wide. Off the boards, it comes back to Ducharme. He sends it towards the net. Ooh, that just wide. McCarthy has it in the corner. Played back to Ducharme. One-timer wide of the goal. McCarthy collects it at the half boards. In the corner, 5 seconds left in this penalty. Ooh, Ducharme got a stick on it, comes down low. Oh, Speck took a shot, hit the goalie's pad. Speck played it back to Ducharme. The Orchard Lake team gets back in the zone. Ducharme goes cross ice to McCarthy, back to Hammond. Hammond sends it towards the net, but it's collected by the Orchard Lake side, and here they come. Into the neutral zone, now into the Ice Hawk zone, trying to go wide on Hammond. They lay it out in front. Directed towards the net, sort of, by the Orchard Lake side and collected by Speck off the sideboard. He pokes it past his man. He's got a line in the net. Speck's down low. He goes wide. No, he hits the side of the net. McCarthy collects the loose puck, tries to come out front. Oh, that hit the post and bounces out. McCarthy sends it back to Ducharme.
He couldn't get a stick on it. He gets it down low to Speck. Speck now into the corner, plays it off the boards to Ducharme. Ducharme has a bit of room. He steps in. That shot, ooh, collected by the goaltender with 51 seconds left in the period. Couple of shots by the Ice Hawks here, putting pressure on the Orchard Lake side, but not able to put anything up on the board. That Speck got down below the Orchard Lake defender, got a shot. Goalie made a save. McCarthy had the rebound, and he put one off the post, and still nothing to count. That face-off won by the Orchard Lake side. They play it out to the point. Kept in by, oh, no, not kept in by Aldegary. Ooh, they poke it past Aldegary. Got an odd-man rush. It's 2-on-1 on Ancona. They take a ill-conceived shot from outside the dot, and Dan Duran collects that easily and holds it for a draw. 47 seconds. Well, they're running the clock here for some reason. Under the ref's direction, just by the way. 37 seconds left in the in the period. Face-off is going to be down deep in the Ice Hawks zone. That's Ginsty taking the draw. It's in their feet. Controlled now by the Orchard Lake side. Played forward. Allier got a stick on it and played it in the corner. Ancona lifts it pass towards Ginsty. Not out. Poked back in by the Orchard Lake side. Now clear to the zone by Ancona. Ginsty in a battle. Pokes it forward, but Orchard Lake have it at the half boards. They go through that, just got out of the zone. McCarthy skates back to collect it. Circles in front of Dan Duran. 10 seconds left. He sends a pass into the neutral zone. And now clear to the... Yeah, Orchard Lake got hold of it, pushed it towards the Ice Hawks zone, and then it was cleared into the neutral zone, and that's how the period will end. Game tied at 2. Remember, I spoke earlier about the how evenly matched these teams are, and after 2 periods, we have similar evidence as we had after 1. Game knotted at 2. All right, they're lined up at the face-off circle here. Domzalski lining up to take the draw. Oh, they're held off for a moment. Here we go. That is... controlled by the Ice Hawks. Van Anderson plays it off to the boards. Now plays it up to Zhang. Zhang sends it towards the center to Domzalski, but that wasn't handled cleanly. Orchard Lake have it. They go wide on Ducharme. He pushes his man up into the board. Puck comes free. Collected by Domzalski. Now it's up against the net. Domzalski plays it off to the side. That got by Zhang. Sent towards the net by the Orchard Lake side. In the corner now. That's Ducharme. He's going to skate it behind Dan Durand and play it around to Zhang at the half boards. Zhang back to Ducharme, or Hammond. Hammond sends it behind Dan Durand to Ducharme, who has an open corner. Bit of room to skate. He moves inside. Gets around a couple of men, and now is skating down the right side. They're giving him room. Ducharme all the way into the Orchard Lake side. A hard shot from the top of the circle, collected by the goaltender and held for a draw. 13:08 left in the game. Game tied at 0. It was a shot from Ducharme. He wove a sinuous path from behind Dan Durand all the way to the top of the circle and let loose with a shot, but the goalie collected it. Won by the Ice Hawks. This is Delamora behind the net. Circles. Plays it back to Aldegary. Aldegary off the boards. Down low to Ginsty. Ginsty behind the Orchard Lake goalie. Sends out front. Ooh, that was on a path to Lavoie, but it never got to him. The Orchard Lake defender got a stick on it. Lavoie collects it behind the net. Sends it to Ancona. That bounced past him, and Ancona forced to exit the zone. Collects the puck and sends it across. Cross ice. That bounces into the Orchard Lake side. They have it down low in the corner. They play it off, outlet pass to their man on the board. They go wide on Aldegary. Poke it past him, and Dan Durand comes out. Oh, miscue by Dan Durand, and Orchard Lake intercepts that and puts it behind him with 12:24. Orchard Lake goes up 3-2. And yeah, it was looking like a clearing pass, but it didn't end up the way he wanted it, and with the majority of the third period to play, the Ice Hawks have a bit of a hole here to climb out of. That's Speck who wins that face-off back to Hammond. Hammond cross ice to Ducharme. Ducharme cross again to Hammond. Hammond's got some room now. He's skating it through the neutral zone.
Down the left side now, enters the Orchard Lake side, but is stopped just over the line, and here comes Orchard Lake. They play it off to the open wing. That gets by their winger, gets by Ducharme, but Ducharme's going to collect it behind Dandurand and plays an outlet pass to Dobbs. Ooh, Dobbs didn't handle that cleanly. The Orchard Lake forward sends it down low. Ducharme in the corner, embattled. He's got 2 Orchard Lake guys on him, and not a whole lot of support. Here comes Dobbs for support. There's Speck, picks up the loose puck and skates it behind Dandurand. He goes back to Ducharme. Up to Dobbs. Dobbs, clearing pass intercepted by the Orchard Lake side. Speck collects the loose puck and is slowed down, but now he plays into the neutral zone. This is McCarthy. McCarthy goes wide. No, the puck was clear to the Orchard Lake side. Hammond has it. Ooh, he's got a bit of room now. Plays it up to Speck. Speck moves inside. Speck's down low. Oh, he has the puck slapped from his stick into the corner. Speck rims it around the dasher to McCarthy. McCarthy sends it back to Hammond. Hammond, shot towards the net. Ooh, that was about 8 feet over the net. Bounces off the boards behind the net. Ducharme has it. Ooh, he's on his backhand. Spins to his forehand. Lays it down low. Doesn't get to the net. Orchard Lake now. Play it off the boards. Ooh, we've got Orchard Lake side. Hammond's going to cut off the path of the net. They drop it back low, thankfully beyond the reach of their forward, and McCarthy comes away with it. Down the left wing, he's got Speck and Dobbs with him. He moves towards the center, sends a shot towards the net, steered aside by the goalie with a pad save. Speck sends it out front. It's there, but no one's there. Cleared of the zone by the Orchard Lake side. Hammond goes back to chase, collects it just on the Ice Hawk side of the red line, and sends it across ice. Play is called with 10:26 left in the period. I'm not sure if that's considered a hand pass. At any rate, we got a face-off here just outside the Orchard Lake side. Orchard Lake up 3-2. A goal early in this period has put them up. One back by Domzalski to Ancona. Ancona plays it forward to Domzalski. Zang goes to the net. Ooh, that shot towards the net hit a leg. Van Edersum collects the loose puck, plays it back to Aldegary, to Van Edersum, who sends it towards the net. Zang gets a shot on net, but the goaltender made the save. And play is stopped with 10:13 left in the third. Orchard Lake up 3-2. Face-off down low on the Orchard Lake side. Domzalski taking the draw. One over to Zang. Zang played it back to Aldegary. He doesn't have room to get a shot, so he lays it into the corner. That's going to slide around behind the net. Ooh, now here come Orchard Lake. Through the neutral zone on the right side. They're playing on Aldegary's side. They drop it back. Zang interrupts their plans. That puck comes free. Zang embattled with the Orchard Lake side. Zang clears it to Van Edersum, but actually, and that's brought in offside, just offside, maybe an inch or two. But 9:51 left in the third. Ice Hawks struggling to find a rhythm here. This face-off just outside the Ice Hawk zone. Domzalski lining up with to take the draw. Zang and Van Edersum up front. Won by Domzalski. Played forward by Orchard Lake to Aldegary, who goes cross to Ancona. Ancona's got a bit of room to skate. Across the red line, across the blue line. He's down low, moving to the center, lifts a backhand. Oh, the puck's loose! Big save. That puck comes free. Van Edersum sends it towards the net. Cleared by the Orchard Lake side very slowly, and they are able to get out of the zone. Aldegary collects it at his own blue line. He lays a back pass to Zang. Zang drops it back to Ancona, but that was beyond Ancona's reach. Ancona now behind Dandurand. That pass hit a stick on the way through. Dandurand sends it to the center. Domzalski collects it and sends it into the Orchard Lake side. That's going to make it all the way the length of the ice. Zang on the forecheck. Forces a puck loose. Ooh, he sends it towards the front of the net, but without any steam. It's played towards the line, kept in by Ancona, who sends it into the corner. Orchard Lake have it down low. They play it behind their goaltender into the corner. And now a centering pass gets it out of the zone. Ancona has it there at the red line, plays it over to Lavoie. That bounce pass got past Lavoie, but here's Ginsty. Ginsty looking at Delamora, gets it to Delamora. Oh, hard shot down low, big save, juicy rebound, no one there to collect it. Orchard Lake clears the zone, and they play it all the way into the Ice Hawk zone. Hammond goes off to chase. 8:27 left in the period. Ooh, Hammond plays it around a couple of Orchard Lake guys to Delamora. Delamora circles. He's behind Dandurand and
Plays it to Lavoie. Lavoie leaves it for Ginsty, and Ginsty starts skating through the neutral zone. Delamora joins the play. Ginsty plays it past the defender. He's slowed up, collects it down behind the goal line, sends it out front. Juicy rebound, no one in front of the net. Hammond slows his man down. Puck comes free. Ginsty keeps it, but he skates it out of the zone and circles on the neutral zone. Makes a move, circles back again. Goes across to Hammond at the red line. Hammond skating towards the Orchard Lake side. Down low, Hammond looking to play it out front. Ooh, that bounced over Lavoie. This is Ducharme, a hard shot on net and collected. Ooh, and there's a little bit of drama at the net, but nothing to speak of. 7:45 left in the period. IceHawks generate a scoring chance there, but there were some loose pucks out front. That'd be nice to have someone there to pounce on them. Game still 3-2 Orchard Lake. This face-off deep in the Orchard Lake side. Speck lining up to take the draw with McCarthy and Dobbs. Hammond and Ducharme on the points. Speck wins that. Tries to make it to the net, but the Orchard Lake defender got there. Orchard Lake comes away with it. They play it past Hammond. They're in on Ducharme. Down low, hard shot. Danran makes a big save. Collected by Dobbs now. He goes cross-ice to McCarthy. Ooh, that pass not handled cleanly. It slides into the Orchard Lake side. They play it back. Now McCarthy has it. Half boards, down low now. Leaves it for Speck. He plays it off the boards to Ducharme. Ducharme spins off a check. Leaves it for Speck. Ooh, Speck goes down. That puck comes free. Here comes Orchard Lake. Slowed up by Hammond. Hammond comes away with it. Plays it to the open wing and collects a loose puck. Hammond now down the right side. Moves inside. Hammond sends it towards the net, just wide, bounces off the boards behind the goaltender and collected by McCarthy, poked into the corner. He runs in his man, 7 minutes left in the period. Play behind the net, Speck embattled with an Orchard Lake defender. Orchard Lake comes away with it. They play it towards the line. Ooh, that had a stick and got past Hammond. Ancona collects it at the IceHawks blue line, goes cross-ice to Speck. Speck pokes it forward. Orchard Lake comes away with it. Poked back into the neutral zone by the IceHawks, but Orchard Lake returns the puck back into the IceHawks zone. Aldegary slowed his man with a hip check. Plays it behind the net to Ancona, who pokes it further to Dobbs, who gets it out. Here's McCarthy. McCarthy, Speck joins the play. McCarthy gets it into the Orchard Lake side. Lays it down low, but Speck was hassled the whole way. Couldn't get a stick on it. Goalie holds the puck for a face-off, and I think we have an interference call. As I mentioned, Speck was hassled the whole way, and I think that's what the call is about. This is a very quiet rink. At any rate, yep, the IceHawks are on a power play. Dom Zalski lining up with Zhang and Van Edersum. Aldegary and Ancona on the points. This face-off down low in the Orchard Lake zone. Orchard Lake up 3-2. That face-off controlled by the IceHawks. Played it back to Aldegary. He plays it back down to Zhang. Zhang plays it back. No. Orchard Lake comes away with it. Van Edersum comes across, and Orchard Lake still have it. They run into Aldegary. Aldegary looks like he may get called for I think Aldegary's going to get called for a trip there, negating the power play. So with 5:58 left in the game, teams will be 4 aside for the next minute and 41 seconds. And then the Orchard Lake side will be on a power play for 19 seconds. That face-off by Domzalski. Ooh, that clearing pass by Hammond, intercepted by Orchard Lake down low. They got it down low. Now Domzalski cleared the puck to safety. That came out. They sent it back in offside. Hammond's got some room to set something up. He goes across to Ducharme. Ducharme pokes it forward, kicks it forward. Now has it, gets it to himself out in front. Oh, and Ducharme with a gorgeous individual play. He kicked it, he poked it, he collected it, and sent it beyond the goalie's reach, above the glove, to tie things up here. Teams 4 aside at 5:35 left in the game. Ducharme on a pass from Hammond, and he wove a tapestry of moves there to get all the way into the Orchard Lake side and put it beyond the goalie. Game knotted at 3. Teams 4 aside. Face-off won by Domzalski. He would send to Van Edersum. He's hauled down, but no call. Orchard Lake out in the neutral zone. They retreat back beyond their blue line and now start through the neutral zone again. Domzalski on the back check. Ooh, Orchard Lake gets down low. They lift a shot to Dandran, who made the save. It's cleared into the corner by Hammond. Played back to the point man. This is Orchard Lake at the point. They line up. Shot on net. Steered into the corner by Hammond again, or by Dandran, and poked further by Hammond. Comes back to the point man. Their pass into the zone was batted out of the air by Hammond, and here comes Van Ederson. He's all alone, though, as his colleagues have gone for a change. Played off to the side. Collected by Ginsty. Poked from his stick. Ancona collects it in the neutral zone. Goes cross ice to Hammond, who lays it into the corner as Van Ederson goes for a change. Orchard Lake collects it behind their goalie. 4:45 left in the game. Team still 4 aside. This is intercepted by Ginsty. He's all alone. Oh, no, here comes Lavoie. That shot on net collected by the Orchard Lake goaltender. With 4:36 left in the game. 10 seconds left on the Orchard Lakes penalty. And then they'll have a power play for 19 seconds as Aldegary's penalty expires. That face-off down low, controlled by the Orchard Lake side, but Orchard Lake have it in their zone. They play a pass into the neutral zone. Ancona interrupts their plans. That puck is free, collected by Ancona now at the Ice Sox blue line. He lays a pass up to Ginsty, who's skating down the right side. Ginsty's given a bit of room. He stops just over the blue line and has the puck poked from him. It comes back into the neutral zone to Lavoie. Lavoie plays it down low. 10 seconds left in Aldegary's penalty. Orchard Lake is now at full strength. It comes to Ducharme at the line. He sends it towards the net. Ooh, just beyond the reach of Ginsty's stick. A tip would have been beautiful there. Kept in by Ancona. Played down low. Ice Sox are at full strength, and all men are in play. Speck has the puck down low behind the Orchard Lake net. 3:50 left in the game. He plays it back to the point to Ducharme. Ooh, that shot towards the goal hit a stick and is deflected aside. Kept down low. Oh, this is Dobbs. Oh, a shot by Dobbs. Oh, it got behind the goalie, or it bounced up. It looked like it got behind the goalie. I don't think it did. But it bounced off the stick up high, and the goalie controlled the puck there. Looked like it might have had a chance to sneak through, but unfortunately it didn't. 3:39 left in the game. Face-off down low on the Orchard Lake side. Speck will line up to take the draw with Dobbs and McCarthy up front. Hammond and Ducharme on defense. Speck plays that puck forward. Orchard Lake controls in the corner. They play it off the boards to Dobbs, who sends it back to Hammond. Hammond, hard shot, saved by the goaltender, steered into the corner by the goaltender, and Dobbs comes away with it at the half board. He plays it to Speck. Speck, ooh, played it back to Ducharme. Shot on net, actually towards the net, deflected wide by players out in front. Dobbs in battle behind the net. That puck comes out to the corner. Speck gets there, tried to poke it back to Ducharme. It's played back into the corner where McCarthy has it. McCarthy, he plays it around behind the net. Speck goes to the chase. 3 minutes left. Played up to the point. Hammond has it. He sends it towards the net. That's wide. Bounces off the boards behind the net into the corner where McCarthy has it. That puck comes free. McCarthy. Ooh, Speck has it down low. Lays it up to Hammond. That got out of the zone. Hammond's going to collect it at the blue line. Ooh, it's poked off a Hammond stick. Orchard Lake have it down low. They circle. Ooh. And Hammond plays it up to the line and clear to the zone by McCarthy. 2:30 left in the game. Orchard Lake have it. They play it back into the Ice Sox zone. This is Speck. Plays it up to Dobbs. Dobbs cross to Zhang. Zhang across to Speck down the left wing. That bounced off the boards. There's no one on defense. It was a change down low. Hard shot. They put it past Dandurand. And with 2:18 left, goodness gracious, you can't believe what just happened. On a change, the Orchard Lake side got down below. I don't want to say below the defense because there were no defense out. But they were in all alone on Dandurand and got it past them. That puck now behind Dandurand. This is Domzalski. His centering pass hit a stick. Dandurand has it in his feet, pokes it forward, but Orchard Lake comes away with it momentarily. Now they do. And they head towards the Ice Hawk zone. This is Ancona now. He interrupts their plans. Domzalski picks up the loose puck, clears the zone. Minute 50 left in the game. Played across. Zhang on the chase.
pokes the puck forward. Now start hassling the Orchard Lake defender. That they have it behind their net. They reverse, find a bit of space, and skate now in front of their net through the neutral zone. Aldegary slows them down, but Orchard Lake collected at the line and center line and send it back towards the Ice Hawk zone. Minute 26 left in the game. Ancona embattled with the Orchard Lake forward. Puck is cleared into the neutral zone. Orchard Lake sent it back into the Ice Hawk zone. This is Van Ittersum. Ooh, he takes a hit. Puck comes out of the Ice Hawk zone. Now it's played back. A battle develops. Domzowski sends it towards the Orchard Lake side. They collect it at their blue line and now send it from the red line into the Ice Hawk zone. Behind the net, Ancona collects it. Ooh, we played it back, but the Orchard Lake forward collects it there. Speck in the corner now comes away with it. He leaves it for Domzowski. 49 seconds. Dan Duran's leaving the ice. Domzowski goes wide on his man. Circling back. Sends it towards the net. Ooh, that hit the side of the net. Into the corner now. This is Aldegary off the boards. Ooh, that puck played out of high on the boards and out of play with 37 seconds left in the game. Orchard Lake up 4-3. All right. Speck, McCarthy, Lavoie, Domzowski, Ducharme, and Hammond and Dobbs. That faceoff won by Ice Hawks. Ooh, but they couldn't make it in the zone. 30 seconds left. Dobbs forced to retreat back into the Ice Hawk zone. He goes across to Ducharme. Ducharme deep in the Ice Hawk zone, goes across to Domzowski. He picks up a head of steam. This is Domzowski. Ooh, he lost the puck just as he entered the Orchard Lake side. They're offside. Now the puck is played into the neutral zone. They're cleared. Lavoie goes cross ice. Ducharme skates towards the puck. 12 seconds left. Down low. He plays it behind the net. McCarthy's there. McCarthy plays it out. No, he's not able to play it out front. Behind the net, played into the corner. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. This is how things will end. Orchard Lake sneaks one out at the end here, getting it on a miscue by the Ice Hawks and take the game and even the series across the season here with a win for the Ice Hawks early, a tie a few weeks ago, and a win here for the Orchard Lake side. And that's how we'll leave you. So thanks for listening.